our athletic director. I am Kathleen Rasky, and I am the director of cross-country track and field here at LeTourneau University, standing in for our athletic director, Terry Dykey, who could not be here today. She had to attend a funeral. Just wanted to recognize the student athletes in the room. I wanted to recognize our fellow coaches in the room, and our sports information director, Jim McCurdy. Thanks for being here today to help us welcome one of our new coaches to the LeTourneau athletics family. I want to also recognize Dan Michalski's wife, Abby, is here with us today as well. And it's an exciting day, always to publicly announce and welcome in a new coach here. And I'm excited to introduce Daniel Michalski and as our new cross-country coach and assistant track and field coach. And the first thing that I kind of want to say first off is how to pronounce his last name. There's a C in it, and so the C is silent. It's Michalski. And so Daniel Michalski comes to us from Cedarville, Ohio, and that is a D2 institution in which he participated in track and field and cross country. And he has an illustrious career. He's an accomplished athlete, and he has won a national title at Cedarville in Division II. 3,000 meter steeplechase is his best event. He went on to complete his final year of eligibility at Indiana University, and so he became a two-time Division I All-American in indoor-outdoor track and field. And he was an All-American also in his best event, the 3,000 meter steeplechase. His other indoor event was the DMR when he participated in Indiana. He is currently ranked top 10 in the United States. He is an elite athlete. He's an Olympic trials qualifier. So he is one of our Olympic hopefuls. And again, the 3K steeplechase is where he's going for the gold. And it's exciting to have a young, talented coach and athlete who is going to help us here at LeTourneau take our programs of cross-country and track and field forward. This great young coach loves the Lord. He comes from a coaching legacy. His father is a basketball coach. He is coaching with Athletes in Action in Xenia, Ohio, and he works in that ministry. He also is a chaplain for USA Basketball. So he also has some siblings that are coaches as well, and he can maybe talk a little bit more about that. But when we were talking about Michalski, Coach Michalski, well, kind of a shortened version. Are we gonna nickname you? And so he's like, it just doesn't stick. And then he really thought about it, and it was very fitting. He really wanted to fall in line in the legacy of coaches in his family and taking after his dad, Coach Mo. So it is with great excitement today that we welcome Coach Mo to our LeTourneau family. And I just know that he's going to help us to just bring that next level of competitiveness to our student athletes. I think our athletes are going to have a great role model. I think our athletes are going to really feel the competitive nature and the mindset that he brings to the table. And I believe that he will be a great example of what it means to be a man of God as well. And so without further ado, help me welcome Coach Dan Michalski.
Thanks everybody for being here. First, I want to thank Coach Kathleen Rasky for the warm welcome and introduction. She's a little generous. Certainly, also want to thank Coach Van Lanningham as well. Really excited to join their team with the track and cross country program. Certainly want to also thank Coach Dykey, who couldn't be here with us. Really grateful for her hiring me and taking me Also Dr. Lunsford and Dr. Mason, who were a part of my hiring process and who have been a part of the leadership of this great school that I'm proud to represent and feel passionately about the fit here. I'm happy to be here because it's a school of like-minded faith to mine, where the faith in God is the foundation of what is taught in the classroom, how we coach our athletes, how they're learning, working, and competing. And I'm really excited to be LL Jacket now.
Dan, why don't you tell us a little bit about what sort of things attracted you here to LeTourneau and for this position?
Thanks, Jim. LeTourneau feels like home in many ways. The size of the town, the Texas feel, even though I'm not from Texas, it feels great. But beyond that, I was very attracted to the campus life here. It's very similar to what I experienced as an undergrad student, and so coming here was just a natural fit, feel, shoe in. And even more than that, jumping into a program that I could be a part of with a chance to really grow and develop a lot of student athletes from their existing level, and just with incredible aptitude to grow and get better under the leadership of Coach Rasky and Coach Van Lanningham. Their experience and resumes have been a huge draw for me to come be underneath their tutelage and wet my feet into the coaching world under their leadership.
This is your first head coaching job, so how do you plan to embrace this opportunity?
Yeah, I've been really excited for this moment in my life. Been dreaming about being a coach since I was younger. Didn't know how or when or what sport, maybe when I was a youngster. But about 5 years ago, it was made pretty clear to me that I really wanted to be a track and cross country coach. And being here today, I'm pumped. It's great to have some student athletes under my wing to influence, hopefully for the better, and to finally call some shots on how workouts are done and experiment with individualizing training and seeing how we can make each athlete better on and off the track.
So how do you make that transition, or do you call it a transition of going from an athlete yourself and in some ways still competing as an Olympic hopeful to the coaching ranks?
It's a smooth transition. I just have to always acknowledge what is going through the athlete's mind. How are things perceived coming out of the coach's mouth and into the athlete's ear, and reminding myself of those has really helped me, I think, already to be considerate of the athlete's needs and even their mental game going in and out of every run, every workout, and certainly as we approach competitive racing.
What sort of plans do you have for this year's team?
Retain the numbers that we have by keeping them healthy and happy, and we're certainly going to have some real improvements. I can already sense it and see that existing personal best marks will topple with the training that we're beginning to do right now as we adjust to that and then get to see the fruits of our labors here in a couple months' time.
And how about now? How are you using this time now to prepare for the spring? A little unconventional sort of way to start.
Yeah, so like you alluded to, we have a abbreviated 3 competition season in January and February where it's a ways out, but we're going to take advantage of being on campus all together right now, increasing our mileage on a weekly basis, and developing, our strength in endurance and in speed on a regular basis, with intermittent assessments to find out where we're at and adjust training paces and volumes accordingly. We're gonna be ready to take on the ASCs come February 20th.
All right, we'll open it up for questions from anyone that has any questions for Coach Michalski.
I'll ask a question. Coach Mo, I know you're excited to work with the student athletes that you have, and keep them happy and healthy. Tell us a little bit about your vision / projection with regards to recruiting and building the current roster to the sizes that you want.
Thanks. Good question. We're gonna be adding a lot of numbers to the team over the next few years. We're certainly slim on the women's side. Just having enough to compete and field a team. We're really excited to get out there and recruit and see who is going to be the next best Yellow Jacket out there for the men and women. Finding student athletes that are good fits for the school, passionate about their major, and positive about the academic experience they're going to get here, as well as the community life and the spiritual emphasis of the school. And hopefully our current team will do a great job of being examples and leaders to attract those type of kids. I feel pretty good about the people we have on our team to do that well. We're going to grow this program both in competitive level and certainly in size too.
Another question?
I'm curious, coming from a coaching family, how you think that's kind of prepared you to be, a young head coach, and maybe some of the things you've taken away growing up, as a coach's son, and whatnot, that you think maybe will benefit you now moving forward.
I've always been a gym rat. My dad being a basketball coach, so we'll have when we have our kids coming out, they'll be track rats and cross country course rats, just always around the team. I'm really happy about that. I loved my experience growing up as a little kid around college athletes and beyond, where people that I admired and looked up to, and they could be great examples to me and my siblings. I'm happy to be in that context here. As far as advantages, it's a weird life, that of a college coach. Being, you're 10 months with the school year, but then, the summers can be crazy with, track can even extend into June if your athletes are competing at the national level and beyond. And not to mention recruiting, it's kind of nonstop go. But it's a lifestyle that I'm familiar with and excited to jump into. And it's something that I'm passionate about and not afraid to work hard in.
Any other questions? Danny, do you have any just closing thoughts today and as you get started here?
I'm excited to continue to build what we have here and hopefully instill in our athletes what it means to train really hard at a high level and to really challenge themselves, and to do the same on the field competition, and hopefully do the same really well for myself.
All right. Well, congratulations, and
That's right.
good luck as you get started.
Thanks.